Hey there! Today's video will be really weird, because I will be defending white and shoulders today. Yeah, you heard that right. I will also debate if this guy even has them, but let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is the Baiwei's repaint of their knockoff of Studio Series 102 Rise of the Beasts Optimus Prime. A very controversial toy, because it frankly sucked, and Baiwei fixes it so elegantly it becomes glorious. Yes, one of the smokestacks broke off, so I had to print replacements. Low-key, I don't want to talk about it. Even if Bumblebee Movie Optimus is factually a better toy, it looks fat in comparison. This one strikes poses much more dynamically. Put it in any dumb pose and the toy just turns into something awesome. The only thing I'm not fond of in the sculpt is how the middle section of his middle sits further forward than the sides. Something SS38 does way better, so it looks more cohesive, but it's not really a deal breaker. Also yes, he is now Motor Breath and not Nemesis Prime, like earlier. But neither is this one safe from turning into someone else. I'm thinking Yokohama Convoy, but I digress. And I guess his forms are baggy, but it's fine. Also damn, he got them femboy thighs. The only piece of cable on him really is just the back panel, which does get in the way of posing, but I can't really come up with a solution for it to both sit close to the body and not get in the way even more. I only really have bottle shops to compare Nemesis Prime to, and they do actually scale with each other. But here's the debate about his white-hooded shoulders. Yes, he has them, but I don't find them particularly awful, because he doesn't have them, as this joint can indeed change its spatial orientation. It is very clunky and very awkward to use. What he also doesn't have is a fucking app crunch. Stop it. It breaks the sculpt and it's just a transmission joint. The rest of the articulation is standard. Well, the elbows are double jointed and the feet are ball jointed, but he can't really kick backwards at all, or because they made these pieces static. Having the joints working around them instead is not really an issue, as the hips still work. It's just a little wonky to see his legs be so disconnected from his body. I still think this detail sinking into the elbow is cool. Thought it was cool on SS38 and still think it's cool here. Hate how you can do this with the elbow joints though. His accessories are castrated for some reason. With Optimus Prime version they put in the axe, the normal lion cannon, an Earth hologram and an entire no Diaz wearing Mirage's Corpse minifigure. Here, none of that. And for what? This doesn't even get any paint. What a waste. He gets the arm cannons and leg gun arms, but these are too big. He also gets a platforming piece to make the track mode more bearable, but you could live without it. And he also gets an adaptive piece for the Dark of the Moon jetpack, which I don't have. Not yet anyway. But I don't get why the tiny hand as blaster wasn't included. Like yeah, it was too small and shite, but including it wouldn't have hurt. No gimmicks to speak of, so I'll just talk about some other stuff and details. The side skirts are made of metal. They also like to get pushed behind the hips and get in the way. Baiwei sculpted a matrix of leadership into his chest. I don't know why. Hasbro though sculpted these parts behind the front wheels as disc brakes, when the actual truck uses drum brakes. Fucking stupid both of them. The transformation is pretty cool. I mean it does less than SS38, but the front wheel stacking into the torso is an improvement, and I do like the arms conversion. I just don't get why do you need this elbow joint to be perfectly straight to both open the forearm panel and hinge the fist in. But whatever, I've seen stupider steps, like how you can hinge these panels around until you have the arms taken fully, and they still clash with each other. So, have they fixed the track mode? Well, depends. This way no. This way yes. Huh, maybe you do want that platforming piece. I've also seen people bitch about the hinges on the cap. But listen. Come here. It's a physical object. It can't CGI morph into a different shape. After all, it could have been worse. I only wish the smokestacks could plug in anywhere, so I can't fidget with them so much. Ultimately, it's very interesting how differently these two toys transform, given the fact their respective designs are basically identical to each other. Well, I don't really have anything else to say, so Baitbot score time. 74 points in total. Damn, put him to the 12th place. So yeah, next video will be one the script for which I had fully written 2 years ago. None of it is being reused. Stay tuned and anticipate peak, while we await the inevitable doom and despair, after which will be the light at the end of the tunnel. But for now, I have a different point of vision, so give me time until we are back on track. You can leave now.